Hello. I've got to build this IKEA bed because I forced Rory to go and buy it with me. I was like, babe, I need to go to IKEA and get a new bed. And he was like, babe, you've already got a sofa bed. Why do you need another one? But I said, I've got a vision and it needs to happen. And he was like, but then you've got to build it and all this. And I was like, I need this bed. And he was like, okay, fine. Anyway, the problem is I got my way, and I actually think it's a bit like the Pussycat Dolls, and they say be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. And this is what's happened. So now I've got to build an IKEA bed and I really can't be asked. So what I thought I'd do is do two things at once and answer your questions about me getting engaged, which is going to end in tears because I'm not going to properly answer the questions, and I'm also going to build the bed wrong, which I've already done at least 14 million times. So no one's going to win. But I don't care. Also, I think my hair's greasy. I think it's basically just because my roots are coming through. Maybe it's because I was sweating in the gym. No, I think it actually is just greasy. Oh my god, you're in luck, babe. I'm so sorry if you're so bored of this engagement, but like, I'm hopefully only going to do it once, and then you'll never have to hear about it again. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like it's a fair trade-off. And you did ask the questions, you know? But I did ask for the questions, so I am being a bit of an attention seeker. Maybe while I'm doing this, you can do something that you've been putting off, because then we'll both be being productive together. That could be cool, couldn't it? No? Okay, you just carry on sitting there. I'd probably do the same. Also, look, I got a pink hammer. How sweet. Did you have an inkling or suspicions? Did you have a feeling it was going to happen? Did you expect it? If you watch my previous video, you'll know that I kind of had a feeling when we got there. Like, something in my head, I was like, this hotel's too nice that we're just here for an anniversary. And do you know what else? I felt like Rory was being like particularly like tactile, was that the word? Like, it felt like he was really loving me the week before. I remember like we always take it in turns to make dinner, and he was like, oh, I'll just make it like 3 times in a row. And I was like, oh my god, this is great. And part of me actually, when we were driving there and I was kind of thinking, oh my god, is he going to propose? Part of me was like, I hope he's not, and I hope this is just that he thinks I'm the best thing ever. Like, maybe out of the blue, he's just decided that like I'm irresistible. But it turned out it wasn't that. It wasn't he was going to propose. So it wasn't like we discussed of when it was going to happen and stuff. I thought it would be on the horizon this year in 2025. I didn't think it would be 2024. And also, no one in our friend group had got engaged first. And I didn't think we'd be first. So no, when I was there, yes, beforehand, no, I didn't think that. He also didn't know my ring size, and I sent him like 4,000 ring examples, and he always said to me like, I don't know which one to get you because you sent me so many options, you're so fickle. So I was a bit like, he doesn't know yet. Did you get your nails done thinking it might be coming that week? No. So I have never been someone that gets their nails done. Well, actually no, when I was like 18, I used to get acrylics because I thought it was cool, but then I stopped doing that. I started getting them done when I was 30 actually, because it felt like a waste of money. But then I just realised you can have so much fun because you can do all different patterns, and I realised you can have biab, and I also pick my nails so much. So I then started getting gel nails because I wanted to stop picking my nails as a like, nervous habit. I always pulled my hair and picked my nails. Oh my god, that was nearly really dangerous. I need to put this hammer down. So I'd actually started to get my nails done anyway. And no, I didn't think that, because if you look at my nails in the pictures or in the videos, my nails are all like, I've got like the most random, I'll insert a picture here of what my nails were like when I got proposed to, and my nails are a very funky pattern, and I don't think that's meant to be the vibe, is it, when you get engaged? However, I would never get plain nails just for an engagement, so no. But yeah, I didn't know, but I'd already started getting my nails done, but for other reasons, but maybe subconsciously I was a bit like, oh, if I'm gonna get proposed to, I couldn't have the nails I had before because I pick at my nails, so they were always looking really grim, so it'd be a bit embarrassing. But luckily, I'm really good at Photoshop, so oh my god, I look a bit like Kim K when she does that thing with the drink off the back. Out of 10, how shocked were you? Do you know what's so weird? I was thinking about this when I was walking with Rory earlier to Lidl, and when he actually did it, like the fact that I thought we were walking along to go ice skating, then suddenly I turned around and there was a hut with lights, and he was there and he was going down on one knee. I was absolutely flabbergasted. I was like, oh my god, I thought this doesn't happen to me. And I also thought, oh my god, I've got a boyfriend and he's actually booked a little hut to make it look nice. Like, I thought, because I was always worried the proposal was going to be something that I didn't really like, and I'm so honest that I'd end up just being like, oh god, sorry, this is a bit naff. But honestly, I was so shocked it was happening to me. I was like, this is like a dream scenario. I was like, this is going too well for this to be happening to me. So yeah, I was probably like an 8 shocked. Like, I wasn't like, oh my god, I can't believe that you're proposing to me, because it did, like, we've been together 4 years and I'm now like 105 years old, so it did kind of make sense. But I didn't think it would be then. There's loads of questions on like, how did he propose, when did he propose, where did he propose, but I've answered all of that in the video before. But in short, it was our 4-year anniversary. So he took me away for the weekend and then he did it there, and it was the 14th of December. But I didn't post about it till now because it was really overwhelming telling everyone and talking about it, because everyone's like, when's the wedding? When are you this? When are you doing that? And I'm thinking, babe, I don't know. I can't even organise my morning, let alone a wedding. How long had he been planning it for? Was Rory already planning on proposing, or did the billboards work? So weirdly, I did a brand deal with Crocs, and in that I managed to get a billboard and put it up near us at home. So the idea is that he'd walk past it when he gets back from work, and it would say like, your girlfriend really wants a ring or Crocs for Christmas. And I'd already started working on that deal, and then he proposed to me the following week. But that didn't actually, the billboard wasn't up until after he'd proposed. I was like, it would have been brilliant if he'd seen that and then it would have happened. So no, it was already in the works then. And the way that he did it, so I don't know, because I said to him, like, was there a moment that suddenly you were like, oh my God, I love this girl so much, I need to propose? And he said no, there wasn't like this big light bulb moment, so it's a bit disappointing. I was hoping one day he like arose from his slumber and was like, I must secure her, but I don't think it was like that. So what he did was, I went to Dubai in end of October, November to visit my friend who lives out there, and he sorted it all out then. So he went to the shop to buy the ring then, he took my mum and dad out to the pub to like discuss it with them then. Yeah, he got it all done then. I was like, how many rings did you like go through to choose it? But Rory's an efficient man, he's not going to be hanging about. And he said that I'd sent him one. Basically, I'd sent him loads of rings, and I'd sent him exactly like this one. And he also saw that I was following the place that he bought this from on Instagram. So he then thought, well, she must like the rings from there. And that's how he pieced it together. So he saw the ring online, went into the shop. Apparently they were like, oh, sir, like, do you want to look at some others just in case? And he's like, no, I just want that one. I'm on my lunch break, you get on with it. Did you know he wasn't going to do it on a holiday? Do you know what? Weirdly, I'd never thought about it before that weekend that we went away. I'd never thought on the holidays that we've been on that it was going to happen, because there was no feeling like it was going to happen. And I hadn't sent him that many DMs yet of the rings I liked, so I was like, he's not going to do it. But on the weekend that we went away, obviously before he proposed, we were already there for like a day and a half, and we'd gone on this walk, and I was thinking on that walk, oh my God, is he going to propose today? And I specifically remember thinking to myself, I don't want to spend every holiday or trip after this like always feeling it's about to happen. And weirdly, I said that to him on that walk, even though he knew he was going to propose to me in literally like half an hour. I said to him, like, I just think actually we might have to do like a planned proposal, because I can't go on every holiday and everything and every moment be like, oh my God, is he going to propose? Like, oh my God, is this going to happen? Like, I can't be doing my makeup all the time worrying that it's about to happen. So that was playing on my mind. So I'm actually pleased that I had an inkling on literally just on the weekend it happened, and then it happened, so I don't have to live in this like half like, oh my God, is something going to happen vibe, because I don't really like that anticipation. I love a surprise, but I don't like a surprise that you kind of half know about, then it's just a bit awkward. What was your honest thoughts about the proposal, and did time slow down when he asked? Was it overwhelming, or was worried I won't react the right way? Yes, so honestly, I was so shocked when it all happened that I burst into tears. Like, it was like I couldn't, because I always see the pictures and people are just like, but I was like this, I was like, that I was like shaking, like I was like, oh my God, this doesn't happen to me. Like, I just felt like I was in like a film. Like, yeah, I suppose time did stand still, but that just sounds so cringe, being like, time stood still. But was I worried about I wouldn't react to the right way? I wasn't worried about how I'd react to Rory, because Rory knows me inside out, and he expected that exact reaction, and because I'm quite in tune with myself and I go to a lot of therapy, so I knew that I was going to be like that, because I'm like that with any big moment. Like, even when Rory's like for my birthday, Rory surprised me with a trip to Jamaica, and when he told me that, I was like hysterical as well, because I just couldn't believe that I had this nice boyfriend and he wanted to do something that nice. Like, I just still find it shocking. Oops, sorry, that probably really hurt your ears. One thing I was worried about was that he was going to book like a photographer or a videographer or something. That is something that now I'm so pleased that we didn't do, because I straight away was like crying hysterical. I was like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. And then suddenly I was like, oh my God, is someone watching this? And then I was like, I don't want like a randomer like perceiving me right now. So then I was like, is there someone here filming or like taking pictures? And he was like, no. And I was like, oh, thank God that I can just be like, I can just be my emotions, even though they're crazy, because I don't mind Rory seeing them, but I wouldn't have liked there to be another person that I then got to awkwardly thank or make small talk with when I'm having this like monumental moment. So honest thoughts of the proposal, I also love like saying what my honest thoughts of the proposal, as if I'm going to come on here and be like,
actually they were a bit naff, like Rory really could have pulled his finger out, like yeah, it was alright, but like not ideal.
But I absolutely loved it. I just I can't, like, it's just very, like, romantic, and I feel like me and Rory, like, that's not really what we're like. Like, I don't know. I was just absolutely shocked, and it was just very sweet. I think someone commented, like, oh, he just knows you so well, and he really does. And I think the main thing I think of, like, really being loved is really being seen. Like, Rory sees me for exactly what I am and somehow still likes me. That was so cringe. We need to move on to something that's not so cringe immediately, because I'm starting to get hot. What random things did you say midway through the proposal? Did you get the nervy giggles? Oh my god, yeah, I was hysterically laughing. I could not stop laughing. It was so weird. So that's what happened. So basically, like, I'd been going on to Rory for like months, and I was like, babe, when you propose, you better say something really sweet, like I'm expecting you to pour your whole heart out to me. And he was like, okay, fine. But in the end, when he was trying to like say his vows, obviously when he's on one knee, I was being so weird. Like, I was like, ah. And then I was like laughing, and it was honestly like I was possessed. And he was trying to say something nice, but every time he went to say it, he was like, I'm really sorry for you putting me off. He's like, it's really off-putting, this whole situation you've got going on. So yeah, I could not stop laughing because it felt so serious. Like, this is so not like me and him. It felt like we were in a film. Do you know what I mean? I felt like we were honestly cosplaying. So yeah, I did definitely get the nervous, like, giggles. Sorry, I think nervous giggles is such a funny phrase. What was the random things you said midway through the proposal? Oh yeah, there was a lot of weird things that I said. So for example, I was like, first of all, like, oh my god, blah blah blah, like, I can't believe you're proposing to me. And then something else, then he like opened up the box of the ring, and I was like, oh thank god that it's nice. And then I thought, why the fuck are you saying that? That's not the right words. But I just meant I was so scared that I wasn't going to like it, and then it'd be awkward having to be like, I'm really sorry, but like, if someone asks me something honestly, like, if someone says to me, oh, do you like my haircut? I can't help but be honest. Like, I really just cannot, or my face says it, or even if I said to you, yeah, it's nice, you'd know that I didn't actually think that. So that's why I was worried, because I didn't want to pull the wrong face or something. And I'm sure I said a lot of other weird things. Oh, and I also was then like, when we'd obviously just got engaged, and then we had to go back to the hotel and like walk back in, and I was so embarrassed. Like, I just didn't want to talk with these like random people at the hotel and be like, oh, I'm engaged. Like, I'm like, it's so weird that these people know before like my family know. So I was being weird. When we went back into the hotel, I was like this, and then I was like, hello, and I walked in. They must have thought that I'd said no, because I was being awkward when I came in. Yeah, that's the only thing. I don't think I said anything that weird when I was being proposed, because I was too busy crying, so there wasn't really room for me to like say weird things. Did you have any pics of the proposal? Did he film it? Oh, I've answered that. No. We just took pictures of... Oh, have I done that the wrong way? Because Robbie was like, look, you want to get a picture of this moment. So we took some pictures, but like I said, I would not have wanted anyone there. And I would have known if he say like put his phone up and was like I would have known what was about to happen. Like, if, it's like, I think it's really good how some people, when they get proposed to, their boyfriend's like, should we make a TikTok or like something like that, or like, should we do a fit check? But like, I would never do that with him. So I would know straight away like you're about to propose, and then I think it would ruin the element of surprise. And also it means that I can make up whatever I want. Like, in the future, if I want to make out the proposal was that like, I don't know, he was on the back of a dinosaur and then he like whipped me off my feet, I could be like, yeah. Do you know what I mean? There's room for creative freedom now. I've got creative license because there's no proof. Whoa. Did he ask you by that billboard you put up? No, he didn't ask me by the billboard. It had already happened when that actually went live, which is quite funny. Which knee did he kneel on, left or right? What a random question. I don't know my left and right, so couldn't tell you. I'll ask him. Is there like a sign for something if you did that? Rory said both. So there you go. I don't think he remembers, and I don't remember either. Because I said to him, like, did you practice? And he said no, but I bet he did. I bet he did practice. He's not someone that chances things. Moving on, all about the ring. Let me give you a close-up of the ringage. I think I need to get it in some better light because it's really quite bright green, but in here it looks quite dark. But yeah, this is the ring. And then it's on like a gold band. Also, people keep saying to me, take your Oura ring off this finger, but I can't because it feels too bulky on another finger. So we're just gonna have to accept this look. I was never someone that's gonna look dainty, okay? So that's just gonna have to happen. Is there a reason behind the stone choice? There is. My mum's engagement ring for my dad is emerald. So I think subconsciously I just wanted something because I love my mum so much. And I like the idea that it's like a new generation of like, coming from her, like it's a new way of being like an heirloom, but without me having to have her ring, which obviously she's got, so I can't just have her ring. So yeah, that's why I always wanted an emerald. Did Rory choose the ring himself? Did you ever say, did you choose it or give any guidance? Have you been ring shopping? I love the amount of people that are like, wow, did Rory choose that himself? Of course not, babe. Do you think I was going to leave that up to chance? My friend that just got engaged was like, you need to start sending rings, like just DM him examples. I was like, okay. I've already said this actually, I sent him loads, and then he was like, you need to finalise what ones do you actually like. And I said to him, like, I love ones that were exactly like this. But then he was like to me, oh, but are you worried you'll go off it? Like, do you think you should get a more classic one? So then I sent some that were like this, but were just that middle bit would have just been a diamond and it would have just been that, because that felt more like classic. Then I thought to myself, I'm actually not classic though. Like I'm not classy or classic. So luckily, that's what he said when he proposed with this ring. He was like, that isn't you, this is you. And I was like, you're right. You're very right. So yeah, did Rory choose it? Rory literally went to get it, but using all of my examples and going to the shop that I had followed on Instagram. So I do feel like I played a big part in that, but he executed. I was definitely in the like pipeline of organisation there, but we didn't go and do ring shopping or anything like that. I just used Instagram DMs. So easy. Get on it, babe. How did Rory know your ring size? He didn't, actually. And oh, hang on, we're on to the shelves. Right, come down here. Oh yeah, Rory didn't know my ring size. No one did. Rory went to ask my friend Liv, but she'd actually bought me a ring for my birthday in Feb, and she bought the wrong size as well, and then I got it changed to my size. So Liv didn't know my ring size, my mum didn't know my ring size, and so Rory definitely didn't know my ring size, so my ring size was just a guess. So Rory basically said he was so stressed out for like the month that he had the ring, so he'd keep having like dreams, or he'd keep getting it out of the box to like check that it was like, if he thought it was going to fit me or not, because he was honestly saying like it felt like a nightmare, the thought of it not fitting, even though I was like, it wouldn't really matter, but he was like, yeah, but when you take the pictures of it like this, you don't want it on your little finger. So I was a bit like, oh, actually, I suppose fair, I get it, babe. So Rory didn't know, but he knows that I've got quite fat fingers, so basically what he said was he put it on his finger and he thought, I'd rather it be too big and we can get it made smaller than too small and it feels awkward. So yeah, that was just very lucky. What is the style of the ring called? I don't know what the style is. It's a good question. I think that might even be called an emerald cut. I've got no idea what the style is. Is the ring custom made? No. It's not vintage either. Someone else asked that because I thought it was vintage. It's just new. Is it called new? I don't know what they called. It was just from the shop. Was the ring passed down? No. What are the stones? The stones are emerald and diamonds. That is so embarrassing saying that. Actually, sorry, I said it in the other video as well. You just sound like you're such an arsehole. Like, why do I have anything with diamonds in? Like, please get over yourself. You're like, I'm acting like I'm actually like Rihanna. Like, babes, stop it. This is so funny. I'm just going through the questions. How much was the ring? Unsurprisingly, I don't know that because I didn't ask that. That's so funny that someone's commented that. That is ballsy. Also, I love the idea that you think that Rory proposed to me, and I was like, so how much was it? I don't know how much it was. You'll have to, if you ever see Rory somewhere, you'll have to hound him for that answer. But I absolutely respect the fact that you've asked that. Like, that is ballsy. I was actually going to say that, like, I love when you see proposal videos and you see like the absolutely insane like things that people comment. Like, it's just so good. Or any Q&A. Like when people comment things like, oh, I just love your confidence to wear that, when they're obviously just doing a dig and you think, I can't believe you commented that. But do I respect it, babe? I don't know, so I can't give you the answer. Okay, now we're moving on to about my relationship. How did you know he was the one? This is, actually, I'm gonna do some drilling. I want to do some drilling because I want you to think that I'm quite big time and quite like capable, and I feel like me just shoving those things in didn't quite give my full extent of how big time I am. So, I think I actually wish I'd done this. I went to write my notes once on the bus back from Rory's on like our third day. I think I'm going to marry him, but then I didn't because I thought I was going to jinx it. Because at the time, like, I wouldn't save like boys' numbers on my phone in case that would jinx it and stuff like that. But I just kind of knew. But then I think everyone says they knew because it's quite easy to retrospectively say I knew. Do you know what I mean? That's so easy to say now. But I did have a very strong feeling, and I did also ask him if he wanted to be exclusive. Like 4 dates. Which I'd never done before, but I was just like, I need to lock this one down because I like him so much, and I can't really explain. I don't really know how to explain Rory. I don't like being cringe on here, so it just feels really funny like talking about things like this. But Rory, honestly, I don't know, I just feel like I don't think he was made for me, because I think he would be made for anyone, because I honestly, I can't believe, sorry, I'm getting cringe. I think basically I cannot believe my luck with being with Rory. Like, I always think to myself, oh my God, why is this man with me? And I've never really thought like that before. With my other boyfriends, I kind of was a bit like, yeah, I'm the shit, like whatever. But with Rory, I always think like, oh my God, if this boy ever realises how brilliant he is, I'm in deep doo-doos, because I just think he's so funny but still kind, driven but not obsessed with work, and intelligent but not cocky. Like, I don't know. And I also think actually, like, when I met his family as well, I realised why he was the way he was, because his family are just, I don't know, they're just absolutely lovely. And I was just like, oh my God, I really hope that I end up being in this. And I still feel like I'm so grateful that I am in it. Yeah, so maybe that's how I knew. I don't know, it's a hard question, like how do you know he was the one? I feel like I probably did very much answer that though, didn't I? Because I was just being cringe. So yeah, I just absolutely think the sun shines out of his arse. So that's probably how I knew he was the one. And also I really liked that he wasn't like jealous, he wasn't a loser, like, you know, like some people, their boyfriends don't like them going out or doing things. Like, he's so secure in himself, he's not actually worried about what I'm doing. I've never worried about what anyone else was doing. I think I've always, weirdly, even though I'm insecure in some ways, I've been quite secure in like relationship ways, that I've never in my life like gone through a partner's phone or worried about things, even though I've been cheated on, because I'm just like, what is the point? Like, why am I with someone if I've got to go through their phone? And I think Rory's very similar to me in that aspect. It's hard to say like how do you know someone's the one, but I just think I just absolutely just love him so much. So I think that might be why. And I can see all the future of everything working with him. Like, I can see us like hopefully having kids together, or like big moments. And he's seen every bit of me. I think he and like maybe like 2 of my other friends and then my like immediate family are the only people that have ever seen me fully unmasked and where I am truly myself. And he was one of those. I think that is also very key, and I know that he still loves me even when I am like that, because probably part of my brain is like, oh god, he's not gonna like that. And on top of that, what was the other one? Yeah, I think it's just like being fully seen and then still fully loved. I think that I've never experienced before, and that is like absolutely life-changing. So that's when I was like, I need to lock down this man, because I'm not going to have that anywhere else. But also on top of that, I think, where are my other drills? Sorry, serious business going on. It's hard to talk about love and also be getting on with this. Oh my god, I had another point, but I can't remember what it was. I also think even just the way we chatted when we first met, like when I first met him, he was like, look, there's a Venn diagram of people that you like, and you either get people that are fit or you get people that are funny, and you hardly ever get ones that like right down the middle, they're fit, funny and interesting. And I was like, yeah, you're so right. And then I was like, oh my god, you're actually in that Venn, babe, I'm loving it. Oh, that was it. Also, I think being with Rory has really added to my life, and I think a lot of relationships I'd get a lot smaller. I'd become like a smaller version of me. Like I'd be a bit like, oh, I probably shouldn't do that, or oh, they won't like that, or like, oh, I need to help them with that, or I need to not do that. Whereas with Rory, like I met Rory and then like a year later started making my content, because I would never do it before because I thought why people would be cringe. But then when my favourite person in the world didn't find it cringe, I was then a bit like, oh my god, maybe I can do this. And I do put down, and Rory knows this, I put a lot of me becoming a content creator down to Rory, because it is quite embarrassing when you start. But he's just always believed in me and always supported me in whatever I wanted to do and never cared if it was cringe or not. And also like when we first moved into our house, we obviously got our mortgage. I then quit my job like a few months later because I wanted to pursue making content full time, and I wasn't yet getting paid the same as my old salary, which I'd obviously got the mortgage on. And I was like, I just think I can do it. I think I can do this and this and make it work. And I think a lot of people will be like, oh, can you not take that risk? But Rory's always just like wholeheartedly like, yeah, do it then. If you think you can do it, like I believe you, I support you. And because of that, he has changed my life so much. I put so much of what I've achieved down to having him on the sidelines helping me, and I hope that I've done the same for him. I can't really explain it. It's just like both of us. I would do anything to make his life better, and I wholeheartedly think he would do anything to make mine. And that's probably it. Oh my god, I'm being so embarrassing. Maybe I should do a fart to just break this up. I haven't got one brewing, so I can't, unfortunately. And we've been together 4 years, so don't know, do you think that's a good amount of time? Do you think that's not a good amount of time? Some people on TikTok, they're like, oh, if you've been with someone for like over 2 years, he's not put a ring on it, what are you doing? And I'm like, what? But I do think it depends when you meet. Like, I think sometimes when you meet older, you do get engaged quicker, don't you? Things just move faster. Okay, right, next. I bet my neighbour's finding this so annoying. Either I'm chatting shit or I'm drilling right by, I think, where he works. I also think that room next door is also their like son's bedroom, and it's quite funny because he'll be like gaming at the same time that I have therapy, and when I do it on Zoom, I always think it's so funny that he's just next door like killing people on COD while I'm like opening my heart and soul up to my therapist. God, sorry, this is so long. Long or short engagement, when's the wedding? Oh, I just honestly, this thing is so stressful because this is the problem. Ideally, I wouldn't get married in 2025 because we're hopefully moving house this year, so all money is going to go towards that, so there wouldn't be money left in the pot to get married this year. And I think that's too stressful and too short. So then we're like, okay, let's get married in 2026, but every man and their dog is getting married in 2026. So I just don't know if that's going to work or if that's just going to be overwhelming, and I can't stop thinking about how it's going to impact other people, because I don't want everyone to have to like take all their holiday or like be really stressed about going to our wedding. So I just don't really know what to do. But then if I leave it to 2027, it feels so long away, and I just don't know what we're going to be doing in 2027. And then part of me thinks, well, actually, do we just sack that off and like maybe wait until after, hopefully we have kids, and like do it then? Because I do think there's something quite nice about the idea that our kids like watching us get married. So at the minute, I really don't know. So I presume it's probably going to be quite long to semi-long. I don't know if that answers that question. Small or big wedding? This is another one, right? Because some of my friends, because they know that what I'm like and that I'm easily overwhelmed and stuff, and everyone's like, well, do you want to just have like a small wedding? But the problem is at the same time I'm a massive attention seeker. I don't think I'd like a low-key wedding. I kind of want to come in with a bang and then get out. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm the kind of person that would have a flash mob, which I know is just like horrific to hear, but I can't see me going small. Me and Rory have said our dream wedding me and Rory have said this. I've said this, but he backed it up. Would be to like go on Don't Tell the Bride. Like I'd love to do like just something silly. Like I don't really want my wedding to be really serious. I'd love to do something like go on Don't Tell the Bride, like do some kind of fun activity with everyone. Have like a stupid theme. Like I'd like it to be relaxed in that sense, but I'd still want it to be fun and a bit over the top. But I'd want it to be very ADHD friendly. Like I wouldn't want there to be any boring bits or like speeches going on too long, or like you have the ceremony, then you have drinks for like 2 hours and then you have the meal. Like I wouldn't want any of these like bits that I think in my head like at the times when you're a bit like, oh god, I'm getting a bit tired now. But I don't know. I've not really thought about it because it seems quite stressful to try and work out. How do you feel now you're engaged? Any different big feelings? No, I was saying this actually. Like people are always like, how's the engagement bubble? What exactly is meant to happen in this engagement bubble? Like I'm still as on board as I was before we got engaged. Like nothing's really changed. So yeah, I don't know. There is part of me that's like, oh my god, I can't believe Rory planned all that. And there's also a part of me that's like, oh my god, like this man who I think is just like the bee's knees actually is committing to be with me forever. Like I'm like, there is something quite nice about that, because I do say to him sometimes, like, you could be with someone so normal and nice, like why have you put yourself through this? And I'm pleased he's saying, like, you know, he's thinking, yeah, I want to put myself through this forever. So like there are small feelings. I'm like, oh my god, that's actually so sweet. And like sometimes when I'm going to, oh my god, I'm being so cringe, but like sometimes like I'll think about that moment when we got engaged and it makes me feel really happy. But overall, like, people like you in this engagement bubble, I'm like, well, no, because like we just went back to work and like business as normal. Did Nigel engage in post-engagement celebrations for over or under 10 minutes? This is just funny because my dad is like, oh, I'm sure some of you have seen my dad in some of my videos. You know, my dad likes a big emotion, but he's the same as me. Like, we get a bit bored of things. Like, you know, we want the destination, not the journey. You know, he doesn't want to hear the whole story 10 times or whatever. Like, I was like telling the story of how we got engaged and he was like trying to like, hurry me along to like the next bit. And I was like, Dad, this is my story. Like, you need to stop finishing my sentences. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Dad on the wedding day. I'm just hoping the kind of thing that my dad would do is that he would be like watching Sky Sports secretly on his phone, like at the wedding. Like there's a meme of that going around. I'm like, that is so dad coded. So he's gonna be on strict ban of watching BBC Sports or checking it while at my wedding. Like if there's a football match on, he's gonna be lost to it. He'll like pay attention to his bits, do you know what I mean? But if any of the other bits are going on, the speeches are going on too long, he'll be like, I'm bored now, I'm out. And he's not very good at hiding when he's out. He's a bit like me. Did your friends and family know? The only people that knew were my mum and dad, because Rory met up with them before, but no one else knew. No. And my parents knew when it was going to happen as well. Like he said to them, oh, I'm going to do it on this day. How much anxiety was involved in the entire thing? Do you know what? The anxiety has only been since, and has been telling people and like taking on people's opinions, or like having to like everyone congratulate me when I haven't actually done anything. That is the bit that's been anxiety inducing for me. Nothing about the actual like engagement had, because it was all with Rory, and like Rory is like my safest person ever, so I wouldn't have to worry about that as much. But yeah, actually the aftermath has been very anxiety inducing. Will the smiley face nails make an appearance at the wedding? That is such a good idea. I'd love to. All my friends are like, please get rid of those smiley nails, like it's winter. But they will definitely make a comeback for the wedding. How scared are you of losing the ring? Very scared, so I don't take it off. But Rory also insured it so that he said he paid more to insure it for loss as well as anything else, because he knows what I'm like, so that is quite reassuring. Although obviously I'm going to try not to lose it. Did you take a selfie straight after? Yes, I did. I'll insert that here. You can see that I've been crying, and that was like quite a long time afterwards. I was really crying for quite a lot of it. Why do we say congratulations? I need to know your thoughts. This is exactly what I've been saying. Everyone keeps congratulating me and I'm like, babe, what have I done? I'm like, I didn't choose the ring, I didn't organise it, I didn't do anything. I just stood there and cried and laughed hysterically, and then everyone's congratulating me. But then I think maybe they're congratulating me on managing to secure a man. I do kind of I am shocked myself that I've got a nice boyfriend. But otherwise, I do think it's weird when people congratulate me because I'm like, I've literally not done anything, babe. Final one, will you wear your aura ring on that hand? Yes, I will. Because the aura ring is just like, I absolutely love the aura ring. I'll actually do a video on that if anyone's interested, breaking it down. I think the aura ring for someone that's neurodiverse has been absolutely game changing. But I think that's also because I'm lucky that I don't have any like obsession with fitness or calories or eating or whatever, so I don't like get wrapped up in it. But I absolutely love it for tracking health and stuff. I think it's brilliant. And no, I won't be taking it off because I can't wear it on the hand that I do everything with for like tennis and stuff because it'll get annoying. So it's got to go there. Like, what do you want me to do? I can't take it off. Okay, thank you so much for all of your questions. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I can't wait to share more of the journey of like trying to plan a wedding or whatever else I meant to do. I hope you're going to enjoy it. If you're still here, comment those little like star emojis, like the sparkling ones, and let me know what videos you'd like to see on this channel because I love YouTube because I can bleat on. I was thinking of doing a series where we like do things together that are hard to get us done because I always watch YouTube when I've got things to do that I can't be asked to do. So I was thinking maybe like I could do a video like chatting away about stuff while getting on with something. So like while putting the washing out on the line and then folding it away, or like while I make these little like banana bites because I'm just trying to eat less like really processed chocolate in the evening because it makes my skin and my stomach really bad. So I'm trying to make like alternatives. So I've got these little banana bites that I try and make, but I can never be arsed and I always just go back to minstrels. I thought basically any little jobs that I'm doing, you could then do it along with me because I feel like I'm good when I'm body doubling. So I thought I could bring you along on the like monotonous things in life that I'm up to. But then maybe you'll get some things ticked off at the same time as I will. I'm also thinking, you know, I do my Hot Girl Hobbies, or some of you might not, but I do this series called Hot Girl Hobbies where I try out new things. And I get so much footage because of these activities I do for like 2 hours. And I'm thinking of actually making YouTube videos out of it rather than just TikTok ones. So let me know if you'd like to see that as well. And I'm hoping I can get some like big names and stuff on there doing some weird activities with me. That sounded weird. Let me know. And thank you so much for watching and for being so kind about this engagement because it's all been very overwhelming, but you've all been so nice. And yeah, I've just loved bleating on. Okay, right. Bye. Love you.